Hello, Mrs. Vance. Thank you for being here today. I know these appointments can feel heavy. How are you feeling right now?
I'm managing, nervous if I'm being honest. I've been trying not to think too much about what these tests might show, but it's been hard to ignore how I've been feeling these past few months.
I understand, and I really appreciate your openness. I do have the test results here, and I want to walk through them with you. Unfortunately, the tests do show that you have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I know that's very hard to hear, and I'm here with you as we process this.
Oh God, I was afraid of that.
I know this is overwhelming. You don't have to face this alone. Let's take this step by step. I'll talk you through what options we have, and we'll make sure you have all the support you need.
Stage 4, that means it's spread, doesn't it? Is there any treatment? Can anything be done about this?
Yes, stage 4 means the cancer has spread. While it's not curable at this stage, there are treatments that can help manage it, like chemotherapy or other supportive care. We'll tailor a plan to focus on your comfort and time, and we'll walk this together.
How much time are we talking about? And what does chemotherapy actually involve? Will it make me sick?
The time can vary depending on how your body responds, but we'll be honest and realistic. On average, we're talking months, but each person is different. Chemotherapy involves medicines that aim to slow the cancer down. It can cause side effects like nausea or fatigue, but we'll have a whole team to help manage those and keep you as comfortable as possible.
Months. So we're
Yes,
talking, what? A year? Less? And the chemo, will it give me more time? Or is it just to manage pain?
it's difficult to give an exact number. For some, chemotherapy can give a bit more time, months, sometimes longer, while also helping with symptoms. Our main goal is to balance quality of life. We'll make sure we tailor the approach to what matters most to you, and that includes managing pain and making the most of every day.
I need to think about this. I don't want to spend what time I have feeling sick and exhausted if it's not going to change the outcome much. Can we
That's
talk about what managing symptoms means without the chemo? What would that look like?
Absolutely. Without chemo, we'd focus on what's called palliative care, managing pain, nausea, or any discomfort, and supporting your emotional well-being. We'd ensure you have as much comfort and dignity as possible, focusing on the time and quality of life you value.
That sounds more like what I want to hear. I've lived a good life. I was a teacher for 40 years. I don't need to spend my last months feeling awful if it's not going to buy me much time anyway. But I want to make sure I'm not giving up on something that could actually help.
Your perspective is deeply important. We'll lay out all options carefully so you feel confident in your decision. You're not giving up. You're choosing what aligns best with your values. And whatever you choose, we'll make sure you're supported at every step.
I appreciate that. I
I'm here for you.
just,
You're
I need to
absolutely welcome.
process.
Exactly. We'll take it step by step at your pace. Whenever you need to talk more or make a decision, I'll be right here.
Thank you. I think I'd like to call my daughter Margaret before we make any decisions. She lives about 2 hours away. Should she be here for the next conversation, or can I talk to you again after I've had time to think?
You can absolutely take that time. If you want Margaret with you, we can arrange that. Whether it's with her or just you, we'll be ready whenever you feel prepared. Just let me know when you're ready for that next conversation.
Thank you. I'll talk to her today and we'll figure out when to come back in. I appreciate you being straightforward with me about all this.
It's my priority to be honest and compassionate. You're not alone in this. Whenever you and Margaret are ready, we'll take the next steps together.
Hi there. I just reviewed your conversation with the patient. That was a challenging situation. How are you feeling about how it went?
I'm feeling reflective. It was tough news, but I aimed for clarity and empathy. I think I balanced honesty with support, but I'd love your thoughts on how I could improve that emotional navigation further.
You're naming the exact tightrope here, and it is tough. When you said, I know that's very hard to hear, and I'm here with you as we process this, you brought support in early, which helps people not feel abandoned in the facts. In your body, what moment felt the heaviest as you were saying stage 4 pancreatic cancer?
Honestly, it was right when I had to confirm the stage. I could feel the weight of that shift. So I tried to slow down, give space, and let the patient feel heard before we talked about next steps.
Yeah, I felt that pivot in your wording too. Unfortunately, the tests do show that you have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. It's clear and it lands heavy, and you did slow down right after with, I know this is overwhelming. One place you could deepen the emotional navigation is right after she said, "Oh God." I was afraid of that because you moved pretty quickly into, let's take this step by step rather than sitting with what that fear was like for her in that moment. If you could replay that beat, what do you think she most needed you to name or reflect right there?
I think she needed me to acknowledge her fear directly. Maybe pause and say, I can hear how afraid you've been, and it's okay to feel that way. Just giving her space to have that emotion before moving forward.
That's exactly it. When she said, "Oh God," I was afraid of that. A simple "this is terrifying" can be the moment she feels fully met before the planning starts. I also noticed you had a nice values line later. We'll tailor the approach to what matters most to you. And that's a great bridge once the emotion's been named. If you were going to add one sentence right after her "oh God" to make more space, what would you actually say word for word?
I'd say, I know this is terrifying, and I'm right here with you. There's no rush. Let's just breathe for a moment.
That line would have landed well. I know this is terrifying, and I'm right here with you. It's specific, and it slows the room down. When she later asked, months. So we're talking, what, a year? Less? You stayed honest with, on average, we're talking months, which is solid. And that's another spot where a quick check in, like, what are you hoping for, can guide the numbers talk. If you imagine she's asking a year, because she's reaching for something specific, what do you think she was trying to hold on to in that moment?
I think she was trying to hold on to a sense of time, maybe hoping for a window that felt more tangible, something that gave her a little control or planning. So acknowledging that longing, I might add, I know you're trying to grasp what this means for your time ahead. Let's talk about how we can make that time meaningful to you.
We've reached our time today. That's a great place to wrap up. You did meaningful work today. Take care and keep practicing these skills.
Thank you. I really appreciate the reflection. I'll keep honing that balance. Until next time.
After the training is complete, the student can send an email of the report to their email to see the results, see their strengths, see their weaknesses, and an overall overview of how the training simulation went. And the report looks accordingly like this. So we have a simulation overview, communication strengths, areas for growth, and a coaching session recap, including key insights and recommended next steps. This is the Difficult Conversations End of Life Communication demo. I hope you guys enjoyed.